We've been trained that descriptions are not searchable on eBay, and if you have a keyword that you want to be searchable, you have to fit it into that 80-character title. Guess what? That's not true. This is one of the most important videos I've ever made for eBay resellers, period. Hands down. I stumbled upon something while researching for a Christmas video, and I've spent the last week researching every intricate detail. As a very active member of this reselling community on YouTube, on Instagram, I can tell you, if anyone says to me in the comments, Rachel, I already knew this, then I'm sorry to say you're either a liar or you're gatekeeping information that could have been helping other resellers get their items seen. And here on this channel, we don't do either. I will never gatekeep a single secret that helps me get my items sold. I want you to get your items sold also. This is something I have never heard anyone talk about. This is a hack that I'm already seeing massive online resellers overseas utilizing in their stores. So far, the only people not using this are the ma and pa, the me and you listing from our home offices. It's not technically top secret. Somebody knows about it, just not you. Alrighty. There I was searching the sold comps for Christmas. It was my only keyword, and suddenly items that had nothing to do with Christmas nor winter started to flood the sold comps. Immediately, my eyes dart to the title. I'm confident they have Christmas in the title, but they don't. Why then is this item showing up when I search Christmas and Christmas only? So I start to open these listings one by one, and the word Christmas, while it's not in the title nor the description, it's in the item specifics. Wait, what? As an eBay seller, you should be aware that item specifics like color and size are searchable, but individual words? We've been trained that descriptions are not searchable on eBay, and if you have a keyword that you want to be searchable, you have to fit it into that 80-character title. Guess what? That's not true. The word Christmas in these sold comps I was finding was hidden in places like style, occasion, theme. But is Christmas just a word that the algorithm is trained to pick up? You know, if the occasion is Christmas, of course it's gonna pull in those Christmas items. Is it possible that this could work with any word? There was only one way to find out. I needed to find a word that was so uncommon that there wasn't a single chance that someone had ever used it in an eBay listing in item specific, and there was no way that the eBay algorithm was going to be trained to pick up this word. I tried my own name. That didn't work. I tried supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That didn't work. I did what anyone would do. Google, what's the least commonly used words in the English language? Gentacular. That ought to do it. I searched eBay, and may come as a surprise, there were in fact 0 listings for the word gentacular. Would it be possible to populate this search result with my own listings by hiding the word gentacular in places other than the title? There was only one way to tell. I spent the next 5 days, you guys, experimenting with different item specifics, and the results are in. I am thrilled to announce you can insert keywords into places other than the title on eBay and become searchable. I started by inserting the keyword into places I'd seen it work in other people's listings, like theme, style, and occasion. I was careful even during this experiment to apply the word gentacular to listings that I thought it could possibly work with, because these were still active eBay. In these high heel shoes, I put it under style. In this juicer, I also put it under style. When you revise a listing on eBay, it takes 24 hours before the algorithm and the search engine actually picks up those searchable words. To the human eye, the change takes place immediately, but the search engine will not pick up the change for 24 hours. I waited 24 hours. The shoes were there, but the juicer was not. And the juicer was more gentacular than the shoes. One important key difference was separating what item specific was searchable to the ones that were not. Although each item received the word under its item specifics, the heels received it under recommended item specifics, and the juicer received it under additional item specifics. It appeared as though that search engine was only going to pick up words under recommended and never under additional. To test this theory, I found a place to add it under the recommended for the juicer, and I waited another 24 hours. But I didn't stop there. I had to know what other recommended specifics became searchable on a word basis. I also wanted to know if I added the word to the title as well as an item recommended specific, would that possibly change my placement in search result? To this green Jello mold, I put it under food compatibility. That didn't cause it to show up, but adding it to type did. Now under type, you can only use one word or phrase. It's not a spot like style where you can have several different style keywords separated by commas. Under type, you can only have one thing. So I previously had Jello mold. I put gentacular Jello mold. This also served to prove that the words became independently searchable or searchable in any variation or combination of the 3 words. So gentacular was searchable on its own. Jello mold was still searchable. So I didn't lose the searchability of Jello mold by adding an adjective to it. You could even search gentacular mold and this thing would come up. You could search Jello mold, you could search gentacular Jello, and my Jello mold is still going to pop up. What about the most useless of all item specifics? That is character. I added gentacular to character and it did not yield a searchable result. As it turns out, character is as useless of an item specific as we ever thought it was. While character didn't work, features did. And I feel like features is one of those kind of similar to style or occasion. You could put a lot of different things in there. And I feel like that field alone could yield the potential to place a lot of different keywords. But let me be clear about one thing. I am not talking about keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing is when you stuff your listing with keywords that are popular and very searchable and searched by many people, maybe even trending, but they don't apply to your listing. It's the reason why when you get on Poshmark and you type in Gucci, you see everything but the brand. Do not do that. This is not that. Do not add keywords that do not apply to your listing and do not add brands that are not representative of your listing. You could probably get in trouble for that. Don't keyword stuff. Do not do that. Okay, back to the research. I tried for a set of books to add gentacular to the genre, and I thought for sure that would work, but to my surprise, that's not a keyword searchable field. So let's try adding gentacular to a title alone with this fork. Here we're gonna add it to the title and a recommended specific with this orange bowl. Every time I changed a variable, I had to wait another 24 hours to observe the change. So can we just pause and out of respect for the week alone that it took to make this video, hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Of the 6 items that became searchable, the top place went to the listing that not only had gentacular in the title, but also in the recommended specifics. So if you're thinking, Rachel, I don't need your life-changing advice about keywords showing up in other places than the title. I use my 80 characters in the title and I get by just fine. Have fun appearing at the bottom of search results. The second place was the most interesting to me because I never put gentacular in the title here. This one literally beat out items that had the word in the title. I placed it in 2 different places in this mold and both of those places were recommended specifics. So it appears that keywording 2 different recommended specifics trumps having the word even in your title. If you remember, the fork had gentacular only in the title and that came in 3rd place. This 4th place item also had the keyword in 2 different specifics, but one was recommended and one was additional. Essentially, that was as good as having only one recommended because as it turned out through all of my research this week, placing the keyword in any additional item specific yielded no results. It may as well not have been there, but those recommended, those were so searchable. While the search engine appears to be searching those recommended specifics for keywords, it is not searching additional specifics. The 5th and 6th place spots upheld the same evidence as the item appeared in one recommended specific and those all kind of just fell in line right there together. So the order that the eBay search engine is looking for these keywords and the order that it will appear as most relevant is this. Having the keyword in your title and at least 1 recommended specific. Having the keyword appear as 2 recommended specifics. Having the keyword appear in your title only, which is what most of us have been doing and why we're not appearing above these other listings. And lastly, just 1 recommended specific. To reiterate, inserting the keyword into any additional item specifics yielded no results. That appears to be unsearchable. It's the recommended item specifics that you appear to be able to place keywords in. I feel like I need to go for a walk to digest everything we just learned in today's video. So how do you apply this to your eBay store and what am I going to be doing differently in mine? Remember in past keyword videos when we talked about listing holidays or even the keyword Christmas gift in your titles? Let's see what happens when I search Christmas gift right now. Oh my gosh, 3.5 million results and the first one doesn't have anything to do with Christmas. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, but this seller has Christmas gift in the title and they have nearly every specific filled in and Christmas is listed under occasion. Yeah, the second listing has done the same thing. I'm gonna be looking through my listings to see where I can apply certain keywords, not only in the title, but also in the recommended specifics. I'm gonna be adding every single holiday that my item could be giftable under occasions. I'm serious, like why isn't my pocket watch showing up when someone searches Father's Day? It could be. And remember the offbeat keywords that we talked about in that last keyword video, the core words? I'm gonna be adding those to my listings, not only again in the title, but under style, which is in clothing categories a recommended specific. I will definitely detail my findings, report back to you guys what is working, but in a world where we're paying for promoted listings just so that we can appear at the top of search results, why would you not take this free way to appear at the top of the search results? Everyone that I'm seeing using this, item specifics plus the title for their keyword, they are sellers out of China, out of India, like I say, big corporations that are shipping with free shipping. Like they have so many advantages over us already. Someone has been gatekeeping this. I just can't imagine that this information and knowledge wasn't put out in some type of report, an email, maybe a seller update. But I want to know how you guys are going to use the information in this video. So comment below and definitely let me know. And because you stayed this long, I definitely owe you the definition of gentacular. It means of or pertaining to breakfast. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. God bless, and remember, treat your business like your business.